Psychology is everything in winning in life, in winning in trading, winning in a relationship, winning at your job, winning with your family. Psychology is everything. If you do not have the proper mindset to succeed, you're not going to succeed. It's as simple as that. Yes, you could have the skills, you could have the algorithm, you could have the relationships, all of it. But if you don't have or possess the right mindset, you are not going to win. Welcome back to Winning Ways with Fred. My name is Federico and I am your host. Episode 52. Psychology is 80% of winning, specifically in winning in sports betting as well. Big time. If you don't have the proper mindset, you're not going to win. I'm going to talk about why it's important and little examples as to how this works, right? So we all sports bet here. I'm going to talk to you, sports better, because you're majority of my audience. We've all been in that situation where we've been up big time. It's Friday. Typically, our bookie pays us Monday in most cases, unless you have a DraftKings that you deposit. But you typically play week to week. Most of us do. We play for Sunday and hope to be up by Sunday. At least that's how I do it, right? We've all been in that stage where it's Friday. We're up more than we usually are. We're winning every play. Every play we put, it seems like it's a hit. And Saturday and Sunday come along and you try to switch it up. You're on a high horse and you think you're unbeatable and you start betting a little more than you typically do. Or you take more plays or add parlays or whatever the case may be. And what happens? Did you break even? Most likely. Or did you end up going down? Most likely. You know what that is? That's making impulsive decisions. That's not having emotional control. Emotional control is everything in sports betting. You have to have a system in place, rules in place. You have to know how many plays you're going to take each day on an average. You got to have all these things lined up. And the issue is most don't, because they see it as a hobby and then they wonder why they're losing. You get that? It doesn't make sense for you to start something and not have a plan for it and then expect to win. If you're just betting to bet, looking every day at lines and betting everything you can because you're winning everything, you're going to end up losing. You're not seeing this long term. I guarantee that most of you, I'd say 90% of you, don't track your bets long term. You don't know how you did 6 months ago. You're just living for the week to week. No emotional control, no discipline. How is that a winning mindset? If you're just trying to win each week, yet you're losing long term and you're not tracking anything. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm trying to get at? A couple episodes ago, I touched upon how I relate this industry a lot to professional traders, Forex traders, option traders, stock traders, whatever. If you look how successful traders trade and their psychology, it's not impulsive. It's not taking the most plays or most bets they can every day. It's tactical. They take time making their decisions. And when they do make their decisions, they do it based on facts, on data. They don't just do it for the fucks of it. You get what I'm saying? So psychology is everything in that sense. In a high horse or when you're doing bad, especially when you're doing bad. Right now, I'm touching on when you're doing well. When you're doing well, typically you feel like you're unstoppable. You try to take more plays and you try to hit the home runs more. And that typically doesn't work. The Roman Empire wasn't built in one day. It was built brick by brick, brick by brick. Maybe one or two bricks fell and then they added another brick. So have a long-term plan. Don't make impulsive decisions. Don't let emotions take control of you when you're up or when you're down. Stay steady. See it for what it is. You might be on a lucky winning streak, or yes, you are on a winning streak, but it's going to average down in most cases. In every case, any investment that goes up, anything that goes up goes down, and it averages out. That's just how life goes in your life, in your relationships, and in everything. So I'm going to give a prime example right here in my case. In my case, a year ago, I was in Denver, Colorado. I typically go to ski in places where betting's legal so I could bet in their books, right? Went to Denver, and the first 2 nights, I decided to go out and party. And instead of following my decisions, the alcohol took over me and I started betting more and on different plays, and I didn't follow my rules. How did the trip start? Terrible. I'm down 20 grand in 2 days rather than being up 5 or 10 grand had I followed my rules. I decided to play 6 plays instead of doing my 2 plays that I typically do. You see what I'm saying? Alcohol played a decision. I was traveling and the psychology wasn't there. The mindset wasn't there. I was focused on having fun. Turns out I was down and I ended up going even more down. I was there for 5 days. The last day, I was pretty much tapped out in the sense that I typically take, let's say, $30,000 to $40,000. If I lose that, I don't take money out. I just let the loss be. And that's how I do it. Like, that's how discipline works, right? But I decided to pull out an extra 10 grand to put in a parlay to try to make it all back. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think that's smart? Was that an impulsive decision on my part, or was that smart? Of course, it was an impulsive decision. And I'm telling the story because it happens to me, just like it happens to you, just like it happens to everybody. I lost that. I got home. I was mad. That trip ended up sucking for me. And I had to come back and regroup and write down what I did. And exactly what happened was I didn't follow my rules. The mindset was not there. The discipline wasn't there. And I made impulsive decisions. So, little examples right there, right? Now, another way that people make impulsive decisions is when they're down. When you're down, you're chasing, you're trying to make it all back, just like I did in Denver, Colorado. You're making impulsive decisions, and that's never going to work out. Again, that's why having a strong psychology, a strong mindset is everything in life. For me, how do I get to having this psychology? This is the last part of the show. Wanted to emphasize on the importance of it, but how do you get to that psychology? Which is probably what you're wondering right now. How do I get that psychology of discipline, of following rules, of having a winning mindset? How? And all I got to say is habits. Habits, habits, habits. What you do every day. Do you meditate? Do you work out? Do you sit down alone and think and observe things? Are you reading? Are you growing? Little things like that. What helps you click? Ask yourself right now, when do I perform at my best? What am I doing when I'm at my best? When everything's going my way, when I'm winning every play, when it work's going well, what am I doing? And write it down and start implementing that to your day to day. That's how you create a winning psychology, doing things that click for you. And typically, if I'm being real, it's habits that we all need to do, like working out, like reading, like meditating, like spending time with our families, like serving others, like contributing, like loving. That helps your psychology, your mindset. All of that helps to having a winning mindset and winning your day and winning your bets and winning your trades and winning in life. Psychology is 80%. You could go on YouTube and find the things to do to become successful. They're everywhere. The 5 steps to becoming a billionaire on YouTube by anybody and everybody. The steps are there and they're the same. You know what separates really the top 0.01%? Their mindset. You know what separates a Kobe from a Dwayne Wade? Their mindset. A Tiger Woods from all these other golfers? Their mindset. You get what I'm saying? That 0.01 mindset. And that's what you need to succeed in this industry. I've been doing this for 5 years. I've had ups, I've had downs. I've had situations where people think that I'm not going to bounce back from because it's so bad. And I have bounced back because I have the psychology, the belief in myself. And that's what you need in order to succeed in any industry. Particularly, I'm talking about sports betting right now, but it applies to every industry, guys, in any and every industry. So psychology is everything in life. Learn how to get a winning mindset, develop the habits, be true to yourself, stick to your commitments, and things will start working out your way. If you're a sports bettor, don't chase when you're down. Don't think you're unbeatable when you're winning. Have a plan, have a system, and stick to it when you're down and when you're up. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Please share the show, guys. That's the only way I grow the show. I don't run ads on this show. I don't plan on running ads. I find it very annoying. I'm leaving money on the table, not running ads, because I find it annoying and I don't like listening to shows or podcasts that have ads on it. So just please share the show if you find it valuable. If you don't, then don't share it. That's how value exchange works, right? I hope you guys enjoyed this new show with this new view. Miami's a little gloomy today. Hopefully next time you guys get to see the beautiful ocean and buildings of Miami. But this is the new setup for the new podcast. Let me know if you guys like it. And with that said, catch you guys next time.